Well, hi again, everyone, and welcome to another special edition of Litter Media Live. See this guy next to me? He is Ben Trotter. Look at that dog popping up in there. Ben is here to talk about Yellow Day, and Yellow Day is coming up very soon. It's that first Friday in May, May 5th. We're going to talk more about what you're seeing behind us here in just a moment, but first, these words from our friends at Tomlinson Insurance Agency.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Ben, it's good to see you again. Thank you for coming in to talk about Yellow Day.
I appreciate the opportunity. It's always fun when this time of year comes around.
Yeah. For folks who do not know what Yellow Day is about, it's a day of random kindness and an opportunity for acts of random kindness. And as you see, a lot of people get involved, and dogs as well, get involved in the day. There we see Adam Peterson, who is talking to the kids, and Adam and your mother taught together.
Correct. Yeah, Mom taught kindergarten for a number of years in a small rule-based school system in Illinois, similar kind of to where we are today. They had a K through 8 department, and my mom taught the kindergarten classes and was the only kindergarten teacher for near 20 years. And then Adam came to town as the first hired kindergarten teacher to work with her, and they hit it off. And Adam really worked with my mom, and they worked well together. And everything that they believed in for primary education was to help guide children to learn to take care of each other, be respectful, and to be kind at the core of everything that they did. And so it really meant a lot to Adam when my mom passed away for him to do something that kept that going, because I believe he felt a gap in where he was work-wise, and this filled that for him, giving him an opportunity to pass on what he believed in and what my mom believed in for so long, with the kids. So this is just a continued effort of what they both kind of started years and years ago.
I remember the first Yellow Day, which this is 4 years now?
Close to it. I think we had a year or two off of COVID, but yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Our celebrated probably fourth year.
Well, that first year, as we discussed what Yellow Day was going to be, you and I had just met at that time, and I know you were very emotional because, man, your mom is as if everything she taught was coming to fruition right in front of you. I'm sure you probably still get a little emotional about it, but I think you're a little more easier to talk about it now.
Yeah, it's much easier now. The first time, and I'd said this to several people when they asked about it, Yellow Day didn't get brought here by myself or my wife or our family. Adam started it back in Illinois, and then I think people saw it kind of through social media and through my family's interaction with it back in Illinois, but they gravitated towards it because of the mentality and the mindset of it. And so when we had the first Yellow Day, and even to this day, I don't really know what entirely is going on because it's not my thing. It's for everybody else, and it's this idea, and it was what Adam started, but we love it so much, and we want to support it. So the first day when we did all that conversation, it just hit me like a freight train. It's much easier now, yes, that I know kind of what to expect and how involved everybody is and how exciting it is. But my goodness, that first day.
Well, on that first day, you were handed a proclamation from the mayor and the whole deal, too. So it was everything was hitting him all at once there. But when you look back upon it now, this is huge. I mean, I've lost both my mother and father. I can't imagine what it's like to have someone honor a family member, which her name was Honor, correct?
Yep, correct. Her name was Honor. A little unique, and our daughter carries on that as her middle name because it is unique and kind of interesting for her. But, I'd said this here recently as people were asking about Yellow Day. I never realized the person that my mom was, or the effort that she gave, or the time that she gave to all these other people, because she was just mom, when we were growing up. Yeah. And looking back at it, I don't really understand or can fathom how she gave so much time and energy and emotion to these kids at her school that carry on the mentality that she brought to do these things that we're experiencing now, and then still raise my brother and I. Because, parenting is difficult, obviously, but she gave so much of herself for so long to so many other people. And I think, that idea and why Adam carried it on and why you see the response that's, attractive to all the kids and community members here is just something. And that's the part that gets me choked up is, I never thought about it, never saw it. And then you look back and you're like, my goodness, I was so lucky to have somebody like that. And, and my dad was right there with her the entire time. And, that whole way we were raised and grew up is something I just hope I can give my children, and everybody else around us. And I think that's what's fun now is this is what we can give back to our kids in the community and to teach them to give that to others without having to do money or having to do something outside of that. This is just, simple random acts of kindness that don't cost anything. And that's the whole point, is that we can do better for each other. And I love that part.
This event is held that first Friday in May, and I was going downtown for an event. I can't recall which event it was, but it was well into the year. So we're talking August, or maybe it's like first Thursdays in August. And I'm approaching right there in front of the Carlisle building on a post, I think with the street sign for let you know whether or not to walk across it. And there was a yellow Post-it note that looked aged, and it said, "Be kind." So it still lived on days afterwards, and I think that's the mission.
It is, and it's funny you say that. So much now gets looked over just with everything that goes on in society, and I think as we continue to do this over time, you're going to start to see little nuggets like that out in the community. When the kids paint yellow rocks and they place them in the park, when you start to see little signs in different places, those are going to be those nonverbal cues to us as a community, us as, the children that we're raising, that remind them just continually that we are an area and we're going to promote kindness and happiness. And that's the point. And that's what's really exciting. Every time you walk around, you're going to find them. There's just going to be little, little treasures that pop up. And that's what I think is so cool about the idea of what's going on and how so many people in the community have gravitated to bring that along without any real guidance. It's just something that people felt we needed. And that's what's been, so great.
And thanks to the Department of Transportation, they were on Yellow Day way before we were, because think of all the road signs you see that are yellow. You've got yellow lines on the roadway and curb markers are all yellow. That should be a constant reminder to us to be kind.
Yeah, I think, any opportunity we have now to remember that no matter what we're doing, we're all in this together is just going to be very good for our children going forward. So, I love the idea, and I love that we continue to grow it. I think this year they told me that there's a potential of over 500 kids coming in just for the morning celebrations with downtown, which is just unbelievable to think about. That's 500 kids that are getting, an opportunity to see adults in our community promoting being kind to each other. And that's something that's just, invaluable to anybody that's around it. And I think it's just great.
And last year they tried to extend it into the rest of the afternoon and into the evening hours. Is that the plan again this year?
I believe there is some more afternoon-related things. And then, obviously downtown's going to be involved throughout the entire day. So I'm guessing, and I don't know the entire itinerary, I'm bad about those things, but I believe that throughout the night there'll be multiple businesses that'll still have things kind of going on, celebrations, similar to what the intent was last year before it rained. So, the kids will be there till 1 or 2 in the afternoon before school lets out, and then there'll still be opportunities for other stuff as the day goes on.
Now, we've taken care of Ben here because in the post here, you'll see Chillicothe Yellow Day. Click on that. It'll take you right to their Facebook page, and it's got all the details covered there.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Got to take care of the guy. He may take care of me one of these days, as he is Ross County's coroner, by the way. So we appreciate your service to the community in that fashion, but even more so in this fashion. I know your attachment to it isn't in an administrative capacity, so to speak, but you are what your mother taught. You are the walking piece to that to help guide us through this.
I really hope so. And I hope that my children see that, and I hope that as we continue to develop this as a community, that we all look at each other in that same fashion. I think that's what my mom tried to teach her children, is that no matter what you do, you can always make somebody's day better. You can always be helpful and kind. And I think that, as I've grown older, that's meant more to me than anything, is finding ways to participate in that and to be involved in our children's lives, and then just as our community making things better. And, it really, really makes me happy to see these days, come up like this, and the kids run around town. And then, like you said, to see it just drag out throughout the year. You don't anticipate that happening because we think it's one day. But when these things continue to happen, and you see kids coming up with projects and ideas and things to better, our community and how they interact with each other, that's special. Yeah. And I think our community is special because of that. There's not anywhere else that really celebrates Yellow Day quite like we do. There's, different states, different countries that all have participation in Yellow Day, but we do something unique here where we tie it into everybody, and our town just has taken hold of it. And I think it's just something that, I wish other places would see and continue to do.
Absolutely.
Because, it's just so great. And
it gives Mike Throne a reason to wear his yellow suit.
I don't know where he got that thing, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, certainly. If you've been watching throughout this, you'll see Mike pop up in that yellow suit. Well, there he is right now. No.
You can't miss him.
Yeah. He's hanging out by the balloons there, I think. So, again, May 5th is this year's Yellow Day. And if you've not been a part of this at all, we encourage you to do so. But let me also say that we've got several videos from previous Yellow Day experiences that you'll find on our Litter Media YouTube channel. I'll try and put those into the post beneath us here as well. And random acts of kindness, they can happen all the time. There's Mike again in that suit. Very nice.
Can't miss him.
Good to see you, Ben. Thank you again, and we appreciate it. We'll catch up with you again, I'm sure, that first weekend in May.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there, and it's going to be a great day. I can't wait to see everybody again, but thank you again for the opportunity, and look forward to seeing everybody out.
And if you want to get involved with Chillicothe Yellow Day, again, click on where it says Chillicothe Yellow Day here in this post, and you'll find all the information that you need. Thanks again for watching this edition of Litter Media Live.